Greetings everyone. I recently splurged on some of these hot, trending nail inks or nail tints, and I bought two really popular brands, right? One is by Apres, and you can recognize it obviously by the very luxurious standout bottle with the cone and kind of pyramid shaped bottle there. And the other one is from my nail buddy, Nailjob. So hers are called Marble Tints, and it's a collaboration with Cheri nail brand products. And at first I wanted to show you pros and cons or review which one's better and all that, but quite frankly they are made out of the same component, which is a type or really alcohol or ethanol. So there's really nothing more or less to compare them to. I do want to show you how they work, and I did get 4 colors, all different colors, so that you can see how they work on your gel surface, okay? So this review is going to be more of a how to use inks, nail inks on your nail art. So the first thing you want to do when working with nail inks is to make sure that your gel, right? Because you're going to be working on gel, or you're going to be working on acrylic, right? But I specialize in gel, as you probably know by now. You want to wipe all of your inhibition layer, all of your tacky residue. That all needs to come off. And the number one reason why you want to do that is because the nail inks also have a little bit of a water component to them, so you need it to fully dry before you apply your next coat. If you don't allow the inks to dry, then when you go ahead and apply your coat, God forbid your top coat, you're going to smear that product onto the rest of your nail, so your design is going to be damaged. So keep that in mind. So I have 2 tips here, and they're the same color, something light, something opaque, for you to be able to see the nice beautiful colors. And I have not wiped the inhibition layer. I'm going to go ahead and do that now with my 90% alcohol solution. You want to avoid 70% because that means you'll have at least, or somewhere in the vicinity of 30% water. So you want to wipe all of that inhibition layer off of your gel, right? And when you work with your nail art inks, you also want to work with some type of gel brush, like this one. It's kind of, I don't want to say rectangular, but kind of sort of. This one's by Leaf Gel, and it's a border brush, so it's thicker than a liner. You could work with a liner, just make sure there's a lot of bristles in there, if that makes any sense to you. All right, so I'm working with the border brush from Leaf Gel. And again, I have Nailjob, Marble Tints, and then I have Apres Inks, okay? So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Apres Nail Inks, liquid and just liquidy. Do not leave these open, for 2 reasons. One, because again, the primary component is alcohol, so this stuff is volatile. It is going to get into the air. It's going to be easily evaporating out of your container there. But not only that, they're really easy to spill. I already spilled this guy, which is like a purple color, and if any of you are Mexican out there, it reminds me of what my mother used to use to heal wounds or scrapes. You ready? The word is mertiolate. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. All right, so very liquidy. Remember to close them every time you open them, okay? I have already spilled a little bit, and they're not cheap, especially if you live in the boonies like I do, and shipping is $20 for 2 bottles. Just have to put that out there. All right, so I'm gonna start with my Apres, and I ordered color number 3 and color number 7. Number 7 is kind of like a indigo kind of color, so it's purple, but it's also has blue to it. So keep that in mind if you're making those selections on the website. And then I also ordered color number 3, which is just a nice orange. All right, so let me go ahead and use those colors, and I'm going to show you how to really work with the product. Remember, I don't really have anything negative to say about the product, just because it's a really simple, not complex at all type nail art product, but it does so much. You can do watercolor, you can do flowers, you can do stains, you can do marbling. I mean, they're versatile. So this is one of the reasons why I think the product just blew up, right? Because you're able to do your marbling, and you're very easy. Remember, marbling is kind of that thing where it is abstract, but even then, some people go a little too heavy, a little too hard with their marbling impressions. All right, so open your bottle, make sure it's in a stable place, and a little of this stuff goes a long way. So here I'm going to use the indigo number 7 again from Apres, and you could drop a drop, like a nice generous, right, and let it do its thing. And if you want to dilute that drop and also expand the color over this, you could just keep touching it and touching it some more and touching it again and some more and all of that, right? And it'll keep diluting that one drop. But it also adds a little bit of pigment back to it. So this is where your brush comes into play. So remember, you want to secure that, you want to close that every single time you open it, because it's so easy to spill. It's not like you have any time to pick it up and salvage it. Once it's bottle is down. All right, so you'll take your border brush or any sort of thick liner, and then you'll dip it into your alcohol solution. You don't want to dip it into your acetone solution, because acetone is going to remove the pigment, so it's going to fade it away kind of completely. That's what acetone does. It dissolves color. So you want to use your 90% alcohol solution. And the reason why you want to use 90% alcohol with these tints is because, remember, these also have a little bit of a water component. So you need to let them dry, right? Air dry a little bit before you apply your next layer. Otherwise, you're going to smear your marbling or whatever nice, beautiful design you just made. So take your 90% alcohol if you want to dilute or make this color a little lighter. So I did start with my dark color so that you can see this, right? And you kind of want to do it in a drop effect. So you notice I kind of keep coming back, because as I'm talking, my product's evaporating, or thinning out. So I come back to grab a drop, place it there, place it again. You can even wipe some product off, right? So your alcohol is going to keep diluting that color without you using the brush from the bottle, because at that point you are using or you're dropping a little bit more pigment in there. Okay, so just take your alcohol solution to dilute a little bit there, right? And it also depends on what you're doing with it. If you're doing a design that requires a little bit more color, then by all means use the product or use the brush that it came with, right? But if you're not, then don't. All right, keep your brush there, or keep it in your nice, cute little holder. And again, my nail buddy, Judico from jellypop.com, gave me this idea of the tiara there. So go support her business and buy her little tiara. All right, I'm gonna show you color number 3 by Apres here. And I'm just gonna drop a little bit, right? And if I want to add more of this orange, then I'll just drop a little bit more and then break it a little bit more. And every time I touch that one drop, it keeps kind of breaking it and dispersing it more and more. So, I mean, this can totally be abstract art if that's what you want it to be, or keep in mind that property for your nail art design. All right, or you can just touch it with the same, you see, and just work with the product that you have on your brush. And that's it. I mean, the more you touch it, the more it's going to be dispersed. So keep that in mind. And remember, if you want to dilute it, right, take a border brush, something kind of like this, maybe a little thicker, dip it into your 90% alcohol solution. If you make a mistake, also keep that in mind. You know, when you're working, you can erase it with 90% alcohol. Or really, you can go ahead and use your acetone. If you want to dilute it, you can use your 90% alcohol. All right, but personally, I don't use my high quality Japanese gel brushes with acetone. If you use acetone on your high quality Japanese gel brushes, you're gonna dehydrate those bristles, and that brush is gonna be a whole different brush by the time you're done, even just with that one service. If you did wanted to use acetone, I would actually go ahead and use my, you know, that French brush every nail technician has to clean around the cuticle area. And if you wanted to dip it in acetone, then you can go ahead and do that, right? And then actually this is the first time I'm doing this, so let's see what it does. So yeah, it really dilutes it and fades it away. So it's not a bad effect. If that's all the product that you wanted to work with, right, you don't want to consistently use it, then by all means use your French brush, right, your French cleaning brush, and continue to just use acetone to wipe some of that pigment away or turn it into a different pigment. As I use acetone, actually, this kind of turned into a little bit of a pink. So just keep in mind that acetone will fade it, okay? And that's it. There's really not much to it. It's all about what you want to create, and that's what you use your nail inks for. And then I'll just briefly show you Nailjob, or her name is Fariha. I'll show you Fariha's product here. It's really nice. What I like about Fariha's that I noticed that Apres did not have was the kind of chromy, brassy, bronzy stuff. So I bought this one. It's brass color. She has silver, she has gold, she has other little things that do really nice, like flaky, like gold flake, silver flakes type of effect. So that's unique about her product, right? Keep that in mind. I really like this one. It's the brass, and I'll show you something that I created. You kind of can create these amber type nails with this color, amber brown. And then you'll use a little bit of this brass color, and this brass color you can use on absolutely anything, just to add like a touch. I don't know if some of you nail technicians can remember using those foils, not the transfer foils, but the flaky foils that you would put on there, and it's like a leaf, and then it'll break into the nail really pretty. Well, this almost takes that effect quickly. You know, it's just, that's all you need to do, just drop a little bit of this and it just crackles like that. It's really, really pretty. So let me shut up and show you. So here we have amber brown, and remember, wiped off the tacky residue. I'm gonna just work with the, and remember, these tints are alcohol based with some pigment, very, very liquidy. All right, so you'll notice if I keep going, it's pretty dark. So for my taste, I might just kind of stop there. And the more I touch it, the more of these striations and these borders I get. So if that's what you're going for, by all means, especially when you're creating like an amber nail, I think you need a lot of those. So, but if you feel like, oh my gosh, this is maybe a little too orange for me, then by all means, remember, grab your acetone brush. You want a French cleaning brush for that, or you want to grab a border gel brush of some sort. All right, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of 90% alcohol. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna really fade that center. Just kind of really break it down, make it less orangey. Maybe even break down the border here a little bit. All right, oh, I think it's too. So remember, you're kind of just diluting it without using too much product. Then I'm just gonna go a little crazy here and show you a couple things. All right, so it's primarily orange. When you keep tapping it with the brush, we use this one, and it kind of turns into this nice little brown, and it gives you that amber tone. So keep going at it if you want that amber tone, that brown tone. But I'm ready to move on with my brass. And the thing about, don't freak out when you get this. This is almost going to be clear because all of that material, that product in there, actually kind of sets at the bottom. But don't freak out. You know, little elbow grease here, and it comes right back, and you're able to have nice dispersion there. And then you just take this guy, you can open it, and then you're just going to drop whatever amount you like. It's so pretty, right? And this one I like to continue breaking just with this brush. It just kind of keeps breaking on its own. It's so beautiful. It reminds me of like Asian, like you know, dinnerware or whatever type of decor they have, ceramic decor. So you just kind of break it up there, and that's it. It adds a really nice, I want to refrain from using the word crackle because I never really like crackle polish. This is so much prettier than crackle polish, but that's what it does. It adds more striations, and so when it mixes with the brown here, it just creates some of the prettiest effects I've ever seen. And I actually have like a full set of press-on nails I worked on with these two products. Amazing what you can do with just these two colors. So have at it. Again, that's my review on both lines, Cheri's with Nailjob and Apres. They're not complex products. Just remember that they're alcohol based, and you can work with alcohol if you're using a gel brush to kind of dilute it a little bit, or if you want to really turn it into a whole different color or shade, a whole different color, you can use acetone with a French cleaning brush to do that. And that's it. Let these fully evaporate, right? So if you're doing this on 10 nails, I would think that's enough time for it to evaporate, right? If not, just kind of make sure you cannot smear it or it doesn't attach to your doesn't stick to your skin, and then you don't cure this. There's really not any gel component to it. I mean, if it makes you feel better, then go ahead and pop it in the lamp, but I don't think it really does anything to it. Really, a fan might speed things up. And then you just apply your top coat, or you can apply actually a little bit of base coat or builder gel if you're afraid that your top coat's going to pick that up, or apply 2 coats of top coat. All right, so that's it, guys. I hope you liked my video, and if you did, let me know you did with a thumbs up, comment, give me your suggestions, and as usual, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.